Hi, I'm Divine Harmony with a Cosmic Insight for the week of Monday, April 14th through Sunday, April 20th. Monday starts off with a bang as Mercury in Aries triggers the Jupiter-Uranus-Pluto square all together on the same day. We have Mercury square Jupiter conjunct Uranus and opposite Pluto, or square Pluto, and at the same time Pluto stations retrograde. With the mind and the intellect activating the breakdown-breakthrough trio, we have major opportunities for breakthroughs in communication, information coming in, ideas, vision of what is possible. But we also can have communication breakdowns and all kinds of issues cropping up, particularly if we are very focused on being right, being in control, and having it all figured out. With Pluto stationary on Monday, all the themes related to the Lord of the Underworld are in focus. Death and rebirth, control, power, essentially looking at how we work with our own power. If we give it away or lord it over others can be a focus. This is also an aspect that affects the collective. So paying attention to what's going on in the news and the next couple of weeks can be of importance and of interest. On Tuesday, we have the total lunar eclipse in Libra, exact. And this is a very powerful lunation. Full moon eclipses essentially pit the sun opposite the moon, the conscious self opposite the unconscious. Similar to full moons, we have a lot of unconscious material coming to light. This can be wonderful and illuminating if it's stuff we want to see. It can be anxiety producing and really intense if it's stuff we've been avoiding looking at. This lunar eclipse is conjunct retrograde Mars and also conjunct the North Node. And so the warrior will and drive is amping up the energy of this lunation. But there's also something of a destined fated quality because the lunation is conjunct the North Node. If you can think back to October of last year, we actually had a lunar eclipse October 18th that was in the opposite signs. This one was in Aries with the sun in Libra, and this week we have the lunar eclipse in Libra with the sun in Aries. This essentially has been about a 6-month period of time between these eclipses where something massive has been ending. Depending upon your personal chart and where that falls, it could tell you what exactly is ending. For more information, check the weekly horoscopes. But from a broader perspective, something is ending between the self and other, give and take, masculine and feminine, yin and yang. That's what Aries and Libra represent. And so major shifts and changes in relationships and how we do the masculine and feminine dance with others, but also within ourselves, is a focus. This is a very intense and powerful lunar eclipse, particularly because it's total. And so pay attention to what is up for you this week, because there's something there for you to dive into. On Wednesday, Mercury in Aries opposes Mars, so we have some more carryover of this Aries Martian energy, which again is wonderful for taking action and motivating us and helping us to complete things or do things that need to get done. But the shadow side is it can be fiery and feisty, and Mercury-Mars can be very conflictual and aggressive and argumentative, so we need to be aware of how we are communicating with others. Collaboration and compromise should be part of our vocabulary right now. On Thursday and Friday, we have a sweeter energy that's present. Venus in Pisces trines Jupiter and then sextiles Pluto, bringing in a beautiful energy of growth, deepening, love, and connection. Venus in Pisces is already very dreamy and empathic and idealistic and loving. And when Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance, aligns with Venus, it expands and brings more abundance of love into our hearts. It's actually a great aspect for remembering what you love and who you love and letting them know. Venus Pisces is wonderful for deepening of relationships, and it's also great for creativity. On Saturday, the sun moves into Taurus, out of fiery Aries and into earthy Taurus. This is wonderful because we can use this Taurus energy. There's a lot of Aries right now. It's fiery and dynamic and in the moment, but it's not super grounded. And Taurus can help us get grounded, find our anchor, and find an ability to be stable amidst any kind of chaos or hurricanes that life may be bringing us. So there's this energy of being able to be with things and be present and think about things before we act, which is one of the things Taurus is very good at doing and Aries is not. So keep that in mind. In the next 30 days as the Sun transits Taurus, it's all about being in the body. It's about being present. It's about thinking before we leap. But also knowing when we need to leap. It's all about a balance. And then last, but certainly not least, on Sunday, Jupiter in Cancer triggers the Uranus-Pluto square. Uranus and Pluto, as I've mentioned before, is this cycle that goes from 2012 to 2015, and it's all about transformation and change. But it's also a time where breakdowns precede breakthroughs. It's an energy that essentially looks at anything in our life that is out of integrity, no longer working, stuck, stagnant, old paradigm, and it turns those things upside down so that we can necessarily change them. There tends to be this thing in humanity where we kind of stick with things that are comfortable and stable and will not initiate change unless forced to. So Uranus square Pluto does just that. He forces us to change where we need to change. Jupiter involved with Uranus and Pluto tends to throw more fuel on the already hot and heavy fire. And so this Sunday, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto is really bringing into our awareness what needs to change. This can be wonderful in terms of motivating us to take those next steps. But if we've been resisting, ignoring, denying, avoiding, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto can literally be like a 4x4 whacking us over the head. That's kind of the energy of the entire month of April, though. So this is just essentially that energy culminating. So pay attention to what is playing out for you. There's more coming next week. It's all about change and embracing transformation. Yours in the stars.